Marietta College. $1,200 of your closest friends across 100 acres. This is home.
Federal data says suicide rates increased in 2022.
And Abby Scott will have information on downtown Marietta's First Fridays.
We'll have these stories and more. News Center 15 starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Thursday's edition of News Center 15. I'm Haley Lanham.
And I'm Hunter Withrow.
Topping our news this afternoon. Have you ever been to First Friday in Marietta?
No, I haven't, but tomorrow is Friday in December 1st, a perfect time for me to check out one.
Yes, and you're in luck. Here are the details. Our very own Abby Scott interviewed Jen Tinkler, the executive director of Marietta Main Street.
Marietta Main Street became an official accredited program in 2013.
About 7 years ago, we started doing the First Fridays, which happen every first Friday of every month, January through December. And they're themed, and the shops are open late, 5 to 9. And it's just a chance for those who can't shop, during the day, to come down and enjoy an evening of shopping and dining. And, we have activities on the Armory lawn. We also do other events, many other events. We do our cash mobs the third Tuesday of every month. We do all of the Christmas, so the Christmas parade, the Christmas tree on the Armory lawn, the wreaths, the trees in the park, all that comes from Marietta Main Street as well. We put on about 35 events a year just to bring the community together, and we are a nonprofit, so there are sponsorships and entry fees and things like that, but we do also a lot with historic preservation of the downtown buildings. I'm sure you can tell by looking at them that some of them have been here for hundreds of years, and our goal is to keep them looking that way, to build up, work on the facade improvements if there's brick falling off, or they need new doors or windows, and we do some of that can be interior as well.
Marietta Main Street is also in charge of the 360 petunias, the Christmas trees, among many other things. To check them out, go to their website. And don't forget to shop local. Back to you guys at the desk.
Hey, I wonder what the weather looks like today.
Here to provide a first look at current conditions is AP.
Thanks, guys. Well, it looks like weather today is going to be pretty nice. It is a little warmer today than it has been this weekend. The high today is 52. It feels like about 50 right now, and it is partly cloudy. And we have a low of 31, which will be coming later in the day. The UV is a little low, about 2, and air quality is moderate. As the winter rolls in, the pollen levels are low, so allergies are gone and cold season is in. A little bit of wind coming out of the south today, and the humidity is sitting around 53%, and you can expect that sun to go down at around 5 p.m. And look forward to a wet weekend, but I can talk about that later when I have the extended weather forecast. Until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Ohio House Speaker Jason Stevens said that a GOP-sponsored bill would ban nearly all diversity and inclusion training for Ohio's public colleges and universities. This would bar universities from taking stances on controversial topics. The bill looks to be stalled in the legislature by the speaker. Some members say this bill would be to promote intellectual diversity, yet others claim the opposite, as it being more to censor education and topics.
In 2022, more people died from suicide in the United States than any other year. on record. According to provisional data from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 50,000 lives were lost due to suicide last year. Men were 4 times more likely than women to die by suicide, but the rate increased among women in 2022. Despite those increases in the suicide rates among children and teens dramatically decreased. Last summer, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services launched the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. They received about 7 million calls, texts, and chats, according to federal data.
Coming up, could there be a new federal holiday?
And the Ohio audit repair shop explosion.
We'll have these stories and more. Stay with us.
At Marietta College, teamwork goes beyond athletics. At Marietta, we promote individuality, creativity, and resilience. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, we are Ohio Nation. This is the time, this is the place. We are pioneers. We are Marietta College.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Friday marks the 68th anniversary of the historic arrest of Rosa Parks on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, and lawmakers are pushing for a bill honoring the civil rights activist. Members from the Congressional Black Caucus are pushing Congress to pass a bill making December 1st Rosa Parks Day a federal holiday. On Wednesday, Representative Terry Sewell of Alabama, who introduced the bill in January, said, "This is not just about Black history, it's about American history." Sewell added, "The proposed holiday would ensure Parks' sacrifice is remembered and wants both Republicans and Democrats to back this bill. This would also be the first federal holiday honoring a woman."
Families of children and educators killed in the Sandy Hook shooting have offered Alex Jones to pay a fraction of the $1.5 billion judgment they won against him. Lawyers for the family say they would accept $85 million over 10 years. The families were awarded $1.5 billion after calling the shootings a hoax, as well as threats and harassments they received from Jones's followers. A lawyer for Jones said the offer was too high.
An explosion on Tuesday at an auto repair shop in Ohio killed 3 people and injured a 4th. Security cameras caught the moment of the blast happened at Jimbo's Auto Repair in Hillsboro, about 50 miles east of Cincinnati. The explosion caused a large fire which took a 45-person crew around an hour to suppress. It is believed that all 4 victims were employees at the auto repair shop. The woman injured was transported to the hospital and is now in stable condition.
An Ohio lawyer had his license suspended for 1 year after he admitted to throwing cans of his own feces into a parking lot of Guernsey County Victim Advocacy Center. The Ohio Supreme Court found there was clear evidence to charge Jack Blakesley with professional misconduct, as he has been a lawyer for over 40 years. The court ruled that there was reason to believe that he targeted the Advocacy Center because they were scheduled to appear in a court opposite of him for a capital murder trial later that day.
And when we return, dairy-free mac and cheese?
And maybe we are the anti-hero, but who took over for the top stream artist?
And what can we expect for our weather? I'll be in with a look at our extended weather forecast. Stay with us.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
There's a place for everyone at Marietta College. Our place is here as esports competitors. This is Marietta College Esports.
Kraft Heinz is said to be bringing dairy-free mac and cheese to the U.S. for the first time. Heinz says it will have the same texture and flavor, but exchange dairy products for fava bean protein and coconut oil powder. Kraft Not Mac and Cheese will be on the shelves in just a few months. Heinz partnered with a company called The Not Company, which makes more plant-based products. They have recently released plant-based cheese slices and mayonnaise.
The renowned Rockefeller Christmas tree was lit Wednesday by more than 50,000 multicolored lights for the New York City holiday tradition. The tree, over 10 tons and 80 feet tall, will be lit from 5 a.m. to midnight until January 13th. The opening ceremony had appearances from Cher, Kelly Clarkson, and many others with performance by the Radio City Rockettes. Police were warned about protests due to the Israel-Hamas war as they disturbed the Macy's Day Parade last week.
Long story short, Taylor Swift is the man. Swift is Spotify's Global Artist of 2023 with more than 26 billion streams since January 1st. Reggaeton superstar Bad Bunny took second place, followed by The Weeknd, Drake, and Peso Pluma. As for songs, Miley Cyrus's record-breaking Flowers took the top spot with more than 1.6 billion global streams, followed by Kill Bill by SZA and As It Was by Harry Styles. Rounded the top 3 users can see their personal yearly metrics on Spotify's mobile and desktop platforms. It breaks down your top artists, albums, songs, and podcasts. For the first time, users are matched with a city that shares similar music tastes. Next up, entertainment news and the first look at Ryan Gosling's and Emily Blunt in a comic action thriller, and an overview of The Lost Woman of Highway 20.
Johanna has all this in today's Hollywood Minute.
Hello, today in entertainment news we have a first look at a big screen action fantasy. Starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt in The Fall Guy, all Gosling's stuntman has to do is find a missing movie star, bring down a conspiracy, and survive a film production directed by his ex-lover. The Fall Guy leaps into theaters March 1st. And Investigation Discovery has a TV series that's all too real. The program Lost Women of Highway 20 focuses on missing and murdered women along a stretch of that Oregon road. It's one of 2 new Investigation Discovery series, executive produced by Oscar winner and true crime devotee Octavia Spencer. All 3 parts of Lost Women of Highway 20 premiere and are on Discovery ID now. That's all I have for you today with your Hollywood Minute. I'm Johanna James. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Johanna. Now we'll head to Addison for a look at our extended forecast.
How's it look out there, AP?
Thanks, guys. Well, right now it doesn't look too bad. As you can see in Marietta, we really don't have a lot going on. There's some rain going on down in the south, but we do need to worry about that rain that's coming over from up there. Right now, as you can see, it's clear here in the Parkersburg area. And if I step to this side and we get another zoomed in shot of Marietta, you can see that we have nothing going on today, which is good news. So enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather. But as we get into the weekend, things are going to look a little bit different. So tomorrow, Friday, we do have a high of 50 and a low of 47, but the bad news is it's going to be rainy for most of the day. So good news, it's going to be a little warm. It'll stay away from turning into snow. Saturday, it's going to get even warmer, a high of 59 and a low of 39. That rain should subside, but it'll remain cloudy for the day. And then Sunday, we have another high of 57, a low of 37, but the rain shower is going to come back in. But again, it won't turn into snow just yet. And then Monday, our temperatures are going to start dipping back down. We get a high of 48 and a low of 34, and those showers are going to stay around. So Tuesday should be continuing down in that trend. It's going to get a little bit colder, high of 44, low of 30, and that rain's going to keep coming. Hopefully it doesn't turn into snow yet, but we'll see how long that lasts. Until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Addison. And when we come back, Grant and Arista will join us for an update from the world of sports.
See you in a few.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
And now we are back with Grant and Arista for a look at sports.
What's been happening in the world of sports?
The 4-team college football playoff is going out with the most crowded field of contenders and the most consequential championship weekend in the 10-year history of the system. 8 teams have at least a glimmer of hope to make the field. Georgia remained number 1. Michigan moved up a spot to the 2nd after beating Ohio State. Unbeaten Washington has 3rd, followed by unbeaten Florida State, with Oregon remaining 5th, and Ohio State slipping to number 6. Texas was 7th, and Alabama 8th. The field for the playoff will be announced Sunday.
The Marietta College women's basketball team will be in action this Saturday as they make the trip to Tiffin to take on Heidelberg. The Pios have a record of 3-1, and they are looking to keep the winning going on Saturday. Tip-off is set for 2 p.m.
The Marietta College men's basketball team is also in action on Saturday as they play Heidelberg as well. The Pioneers are coming off a 118-76 win over Bethany College last Wednesday. The Pios will be in the Banjo with tip-off at 4 p.m.
In the hockey world, the Pittsburgh Penguins lost a close one on Tuesday as they lost in overtime to the Nashville Predators 3-2. Malkin and Rust both scored goals for the Penguins. Pittsburgh is 10-1 on the season and 7th in the Metropolitan Division. They will be facing the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight at 7 p.m. And that's all for sports. I'm Arista.
And I'm Grant Moore. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you guys. Joining us here at the desk for our last look at the weather is Addison.
Not much to say this time. All I can say is prepare for a rainy weekend. It's going to stay a little warmer, so it'll continue to be rain, but probably still need a jacket. So.
Okay. And as you can see, we are prepared for the holidays. All of us here at the station, we're ready for Christmas. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us for our Thursday's edition of WCMO TV, channel 15 at 12:30 and 6:30. From all of us here at the station, we want to wish you a great rest of your year.